Alright, so the new Fontaine teaser just dropped and holy fuck am I impressed. And bro, the cast, dear lord, they all look super amazing. And now, I'm getting impatient for 4.0. Like, I just want to skip the next patch. Like, I just want to get to 4.0 quickly as soon as possible. Anyway, I digress. We can all agree that the trailer was insane, right? But here are a few things that you might have missed in the trailer. And while I'm telling you about those, I'll also give my own theories based on some suspicious leaks. So, spoiler warning, alright? Let's start with the basic things first. The character names. First, we have the poster boys for the Fontaine storyline. We got Linné, Lynette, and of course the main antagonist, Arlecchino, or the Knave. Next, we got the Hydro Archon herself, Furina, or Fossilor. Then we got Dark Sampo, Hook's long-lost cousin, Alberto's long-lost relative, Texas Sarah with long hair, Taylor Swift, and this hot, sexy man who sounds like Zhongli, which makes sense because both of them are like the alpha males. Okay, so I gave them nicknames because I don't want to butcher the pronunciation of their actual names, so I'll be using those for the rest of the video. Now let's get into it. Let's talk about Dark Sampo, and well, looks like he's blind, as is apparent from this part of the trailer where he's trying to grab a cup of tea but can't see it. So Hook's long-lost cousin or the bunny girl has to help him. And if you look closely under his eyes, there's a scar, a battle scar perhaps, and maybe that's the reason why he is blind. And right after the interaction between Sampo and Hook, there is a zoom out through what looks like pipes. So based on that and some suspicious leaks, we can say that there is a division in the society here. There are high-class members and then there are the poor ones who live underground. Also, the sewer system is underground, which is why we saw the pipe. And you know what? I was thinking, where have I seen this character? This character and the division between overground and underground.
We made a choice, go fight against your fate.
Alright, next up, Linné and Lynette. Now, this is just a theory, but they might be from the House of Earth, whatever, the orphanage that Arlecchino runs. So maybe they're working for Arlecchino knowingly or unknowingly, as is apparent from Arlecchino at the end saying to their cutouts that they are just actors.
But when you're on the stage, you're first and foremost actors. Good actors hone their craft to mesmerize the whole crowd.
I will get more into this when I talk about Alberto's long-lost relative. Now, let's talk about the Archon. And well, I don't know if you all recall, but in Nahida's drip marketing, Fossilor was referred to as being prone to hysterics, which means she's just like me, very emotional and exaggerates shit. Then we got Taylor Swift and Texas Sarah, who are Geo and Electro respectively. But wait a moment, this reminds me of something. What was it? From the looks of it, they don't get along right now. Well, at least until Aether arrives there and then, solves everything. And then the shipping between these two will never end. And then we will get new fan art every day. Also, like I said, Taylor Swift is a Geo character. And I am super hyped for her, considering we didn't even get a single new Geo character for the entirety of Sumeru. Now, let's talk about Texas Sarah. And I know most of you are hoping that we do get a new gun-type weapon. But I think the gun will come into play just for her skill or ultimate, like Mika using the crossbow for his skill, and at the end she'll end up being a catalyst user. Now let's talk about Alberto's long-lost relative. And from his drip marketing, we know that he is a cryo-claimer user and a sibling of Linné and Lynette. He is literally the first character we see in the trailer drowning in the ocean. Now, here is my theory regarding why he was drowning. Like I said previously, it seems like Linné and Lynette may be working for Arlecchino, and that's why they have abandoned their sibling, which might explain why he is shown drowning at first. Also, in the drip marketing pic, it looks like he is holding a weapon that looks like the bell. So maybe he scales off of HP. and I can finally make use of that R20 dogshit weapon that I keep on getting. Finally, let's talk about the vision design. I want you to look at these two vision designs carefully, and you'll notice that they're somewhat different. Now, just like we discussed before about the segregation between overground and underground people, I think that this vision design difference plays an important factor in distinguishing between the two classes. So those were my thoughts and theories on the Fontaine
Very
teaser.
fun.
It got me hyped and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds in the game. Finally, I just have to say that there is a giveaway going on my channel for 5 Vulcans or Express passes, and in my last pull video, I got cucked very hard on my friend's account while pulling, even after spending. And since I did spend in that video, I decided to do a giveaway for that same amount. So 5 Vulcans or Express passes, and all you need to do to enter is like, comment, subscribe with that bell notification turned on, and I will see you all next time.